Design Trust Future Studio 2018 will promote the idea of innovation, leisure, and play. Play is for the people. We will be given 4 very specific sites.
This is the Yipei Square Playground. It is the largest site, 930 square meter. It was built in 1988. It is quite linear, surrounded by old buildings, so people use it as a footpath.
This place is quite unique in the sense that the neighborhood relationship is quite strong.
Everyone just leave their cramped homes in Hong Kong and just go into the public space and be together as a sort of giant living room.
The second one is Portland Street West Garden. It is built in 1980s. This is very small, a main road and surrounded 3 sides with the buildings. You see mainly male elderly users.
Before we reach to the site, we smell the site because there is one toilet like 2-3 blocks away, and we see at least 10 people try to pee that area. So 90% of people are really adults, men, and not many women reach here, no kids, and the site is quite dangerous in the night.
The third one is Hamilton Street West Garden. At present, this is already very congested. A lot of arbors, sitting benches, and you see a lot of trees as well. We suggest all trees must be retained on site.
The atmosphere inside is not quite comfortable. The mother or family, they won't bring their children inside. They choose not to pass through this park because they feel not comfortable.
They have bring their own chair outside the entrance of the park to sit and smoke and chat together. So that is a boundary.
We'd like to bring in new users, who, such as these young people interested in cultural activities.
The last one, sitting out area under the Hill Road flyover. This site has the highest pedestrian flow. It is also very linear. We provide chess table, benches, and rain shelter only.
It's actually a weird space right under the highway. Actually, it looks kind of beautiful. The quality of the concrete cast and the stripes on the columns.
Because our private space is so expensive, our public space and parks can be a breathing space if we make it well.
First of all, we want to look into the past and see what we can learn from there. So into our site, it's a very narrow and long site.
We want to have minimum footprint. So with this idea, we are introducing like a tubular maintaining profile of a hill. With that, we can have engagement of the community because people can need it. Elderly people can lie on it, we can sit on it, youngsters can climb on it.
So we like to create this artificial landscape that kind of continues the slope when you go down. Also create this looping and a variety of elements like treehouse that incorporates inside.
This is our site, which is a 300 square meter park.
Hong Kong has a lot of green space, so people live in this linear area of the city. But within this dense environment, we have also some green space. From park to play, it addresses the social gathering, and this social gathering generates some energy.
At the same time, it creates a lot of problems, like the residents complain about the noise and the crime.
So we want to split the park into 2. It separate the park to be one is more outgoing, and the people can sit at the inclination slope, which faces to the jockey club. So after some discussion with jockey club, the jockey club can make a very big TV, so people can like sitting at the stage and look at the horse racing result. We will make a platform, so it's still like a step sitting.
This collage is actually trying to show our initial idea, which we conceptualize the space of Hamilton Street Garden.
So what we're proposing to a park is we're trying to preserve all the 5 trees and a low-rise wall around the perimeters of our park to kind of bound the space, give a definition to our space. So we're planting chairs that allows people to connect with each other. We're trying to also add another layers of ideas into our park by introducing a reflective pool on our table.
And we thought like the park could be programmed in different way, not only for contemplation, relaxation, but it could be holding discussion, gathering, exhibition, and art and craft classes.
So we take this idea to have our very own design of the chair.
We're trying to rediscover and address what is given to our site, and we're trying to use that in our park to promote a park which connect with the community.
Yipei Square is a playground located in Junwan. When you're outside, it's very loud, very busy, but once you're inside, it's actually very quiet.
We keep getting comments from local residents that they need more play facilities. And the only 2 play facilities in the site are these 2 items for elderly play equipment. There's also a need for seating for a leisure area for elderly people.
We want to have a lot of playing equipment along this narrow strip, which is mostly catering very small kids. On the south, there is a very big tree, and we want to keep this as a seating area for the elderly to read newspapers and books and chat a little bit. And then on the north, very quickly, is where we want to have more activities organized by the social group.
We have decided to mainly stick to geometric and circular shapes, so the floor pattern was one way to echo that. So it goes from this to something like this or something like this. So actually, rather than reinventing what they're currently using the place for, we aim to further enable their existing activities. So it acts as a communal living room.
The father play with the sons because this really serves the purpose of playing. Because when they play, they learn how to respect each other. Remember, you're doing a park plus a playground. So don't forget about softscape. Planting is very, very important.
These are incredibly exciting projects, and it's not just the people in this room, but we've got many people in the community looking forward to this. And it's been a great journey so far, and bon chance for the next few months.
This little nonprofit advocacy thing we're starting up. It's this thing on the west side called the High Line. Most of us had never heard of the High Line. We want to turn this thing into a park. No one else wanted this. And in fact, it seemed like a stupid idea. Like, we're going to start this thing called Friends of the High Line, and we're going to advocate for restoring it to a public park. We worked with the Design Trust for Public Space here in New York to redesign and reclaim and adaptively reuse that structure. And a lot of design projects got underway, including ultimately the High Line, which got built.
When we started laying out the master plan of the space of the High Line, we were constantly thinking about it in terms of proportions. How much is for people, how much is for plants. So there are moments where we pass through some tunnel spaces where it's 100% for people, and other places where it's 100% for plants. Here, the city is a major part of your experience in this space, and so we wanted to make sure that that's foregrounded.
So you don't have a lot of other functions, you just keep it simply as a walk, which is very beautiful.
Encourage people to really love the park.
We have visited some good parks in New York. They are really well managed. So actually it's a long-term process. I think that's what Hong Kong is going to fight for.
I think the architecture and the park structure is really creative, and I will try to bring this kind of elements and see if it can happen in Hong Kong.
Fortunately, there's a lot of concern from the government or maybe the district council. So yeah, so we will figure out.
I think we can have a room for negotiation, for have a better experience, play with the children, or maybe the children's playing experience as well.
Like the reason we're here is to get a sense of what the use of public space is like, how people interact with the surroundings in New York, and how it's just different from what we're used to in Hong Kong.
Innovation and tradition coexist. I think I can use this as like a precedent.
The citizens are implementing policies or tests to see the public reactions.
What I see in New York is natural elements like water or sand into the parks, and it's very nice if we can do it in Hong Kong.
Understanding the role of public spaces, even tiny ones, in some places dense and crazy as Hong Kong, you just have to be willing to cut through all the layers of bureaucratic ownership of public spaces to move things to create a public aspect.
If you change how people think, then you actually change the world.
LCSD is committed to providing diversified, innovative, creative leisure facilities for enjoyment by the public. And this program gives us an excellent opportunity to cooperate with the Design Trust and other departments to inject creative and new designs in our playgrounds.
We are very lucky that Mankey involved in our projects, Hamilton Street Rest Garden, and actually they are gonna help us to make a chopping board signage.
We deliberately want to create this mountain silhouette from the side to create an iconic element from far off. Besides, it creates an lookout point from inside.
呢度呢，呢個公園希望將來有一個全新嘅面貌。咁我期望呢，唔單止而家因為用呢啲公園好多時都係老人家，期望一個新嘅轉變之後呢，喺呢度附近嘅居住唔同中年人啊或者年青人啊都能夠喺度或者小朋友啊都可以呢有機會呢用到呢度公園嘅設施啦，亦都佢哋會鍾意呢度嘅新嘅設計。
It's basically three things merged together. It's a dome, which we expect children to run on and run around. It's a tunnel where we expect children to crawl through it. It's also a slide, and so they run up the dome and then they slide off.
It might look slightly different in the future, but I think that's just part of the process, and yeah, can't wait to see how it's going to end up in the end.
How do we truly understand the role of collective design? Is this truly a possibility for us in Hong Kong? What we'd like to challenge the teams this year is to really think about making and production and fabrication of these real parks for Hong Kong.